All right, so what do I want to react to? I want to react to the new MPK Mini Plus. I was asked the question, what do I think about it? And I really don't know what to think about it. So we're going to learn together. So I have my YouTube pulled up and I went to the Akai channel and we're going to watch the video together and I'm going to give my reaction and my little 2 cents. So yeah, here we go. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Hi there, and welcome to this overview of the brand new MPK Mini Plus, our latest addition to the world's most popular controller keyboard. MPK Mini Plus features 37 premium mini keys built for dynamic performance with pitch bend, modulation, and XY joystick. With 8 MPC pads, fully backlit for beat makers, a 2-track standalone polyphonic step sequencer with CV gate, clock, and MIDI connections. 8 onboard assignable encoders, an OLED display for visual feedback, along with chords and scales mode. Let's take a closer look at MPK Mini Plus.
Okay,
MPK
so
Mini.
let me pause just from that little intro right there. The first thing that sticks out to me is more keys, so that's a good thing. Now I'm a keyboardist, so that's already good for me. I like that. So I'm used to, and let me also say this: I can't say I'm the authority on this kind of thing because I don't actually have it in my possession. I'm just reacting. What I do have is the MPK Mini, the original, the OG, this thing right here, and it still works. So I can kind of get an idea of what I like and what I don't like. So let's continue on.
Premium mini keys built from our new enhanced dynamic 2nd gen keyboard with a dedicated sustain input, delivering the ultimate feel over 3 octaves.
Okay, so
you can play
octaves.
Everything from lush chords.
3 octaves is cool, especially like if you don't want to play or hit the octave button all the time. You know what I'm saying? This looks like you can play bigger chords. You can use both hands if you want to play like bass lines with your left hand and chords with your right hand. So that's cool.
For those bass lines, you have a dedicated pitch bend, mod wheel, and XY joystick.
Okay, so that's cool. Okay, so I like that as well. The reason why I like that is because, see, the original did not have again, I have the OG. It don't, like, the play at least has the little joystick thing, but this don't even have that. So a pitch bender and a mod wheel, that's pretty nice. I can't lie on that.
Delivering up to 64 steps, allowing you to capture your sound modules, modular rack, and drum machines using the CV, MIDI.
Okay, so check out the inputs. Right here, the MIDI in and out. I like that already. That, to me, that's crucial because now that means I can plug up my external instruments that have this, and so you don't need the newer MIDI joints. Those are annoying because somebody like me, I still have old school equipment and I don't want to always have to buy extra adapters for this to work. This already comes. For those that have no idea what this is the old school 5-pin MIDI connector. I know some of y'all looking at like, what is this thing? No, this is old school now. Guys, that's into the modular world, you can do that too. You got your sustain, that's normal, and your USB, so that's cool.
In clock connections without the need of a computer. To access our step sequencer, hold.
So he said without the need of a computer. That means you can go dollars. That's a good thing. So it is a controller. Even though it's a controller, you can go dollars. You don't need your computer.
Now we're going to use our drum sequencer, which can sequence up to 16 notes per step using our drum pads. So let's start off with step 1, and we're going to use our kick drum.
So you see how he has 2
now let's
drum
add our
machines
clap,
hooked up to this.
followed by our hi-hats.
And he's just using a step sequencer to sequence into this.
As you can hear, we're also adding velocity levels to each step as we program in our hi-hats.
Okay.
Now let's add our rim shot, and let's use our assignable encoder to add some real-time control. Sequencer allows us to capture chords and melodies in real time, quantizing to the nearest step. Having the 8 notes polyphony really allows you to be creative.
Okay, he said 8 notes polyphony. I really like that. 8 notes polyphony. For somebody like me who likes to play chords, that's a good thing because, you know, I still play with my microchord, which is behind me. Don't know if you can see it, but anyway, that only has 4 note polyphony. So a mini keyboard with 8 note polyphony, that's not bad. I do like that. So let's move on.
Now we can also use our transpose mode to change the key of our chords, all in real time. Simply press the key and your notes will be transposed to that key. Now to save your patterns, simply hold down Shift and press any of the pads, followed by Enter, and you can now save your performances. You can also clear both your keyboard and drum patterns.
That's pretty nice. To be able to save your patterns and create loops like that, that's a good way to just create your own loops.
Now let's lay down a beat. Now I'm triggering my drums directly from my pads running from Verysickbeats. We can jump between banks A and banks B to access all 16 samples.
Okay, so something like that, that's cool. Like if you already have Verysickbeats, it's nice integration with that. So I don't really use Verysickbeats, and the pads look pretty much like the original except it has the color. Again, I have the old school, the OG one, and the pads is something I've really never used, so I really wouldn't care about that. That's just me personally. And as far as the Q links, you know, the gate controls and all that stuff, again, that's going to be connected to the Verysickbeats, although I think that you can integrate that with other softwares as well, if I'm not mistaken.
We're now going to use scales mode to play a lead line over our track so we never hit a wrong note.
Okay, so that's cool. That's pretty significant because now, like he just said, you could play notes. I've talked about this, but see, I do that kind of thing right inside my DAW, and most DAWs allow you to put some type of key mode or scale mode so you don't ever hit a wrong note. So that's cool. It lets you know you can do this as a controller by itself.
Now that we've generated a pattern, let's edit our arpeggiator. Next, we can go down to our time divisions where we can access everything from 1/4 note to 32 triplets. We can add MPC swing, and then we can go through our different modes. We have everything from up, down, exclude, include, to randomization.
Okay, so that part right there really does nothing for me. I can do that stuff on my microchord. To be quite honest, I can hit arpeggio and then adjust the swing of it, the rate of it, and all that kind of thing. So you know, it's cool. If you don't have it, then it's cool, you know.
MPK Mini Plus has a chords and scales mode built directly into the keyboard, so you can generate lush chords and scales from external hardware to inside your DAW. Hold down Shift and chords, and we can now change the key, we can change the type of chords that we're playing, we can play everything from major to minor to triads, through to changing our key of our song, through to the scale type. You have everything from major, minor, harmonic, through to pentatonic.
And that's cool because now that's good for, like, if you really don't play keys, but you want to be able to play chords with one finger, you can do that. That's a good feature right there. Although, again, you can do that type of thing inside your DAW.
MPK Mini Plus can integrate with all popular DAWs, so you can create your ideas with ease. Plug into Verysickbeats, MPC One, MPC Live, adding mini keys to your production.
Shout out to Andy Mack. All right, so I know everybody wants to know how much of this is this thing. Let's check that out. How much is it? I believe Sweetwater might be selling this thing at the time of this stream at $169, according to this. So it's $170. That's pretty good, man. I'll just say my final thoughts on it. It looks dope. To be totally honest with you, I'm not sure on how the key bed feels. Again, I'm a keyboardist. The thing I really don't like about mini keyboards are the key beds. The best key bed that I've ever messed with, in my personal opinion, was the Yamaha CS series. Those keys, perfect. They feel great. The action, the reaction, the feel of it, perfect. And even the size of it, because it wasn't too small, but cool. Also the chord, which I don't have anymore, the monologue, the keys on that, really great. So yeah, if the keys were like that, I would be perfect. As far as the number of keys, you got 37 keys. That's cool. I think that's dope. The transport, again, I don't really need, since I already have this controller behind me, of course I really don't need this, because I can transport, and it has pads, which I really don't use. So I'm not really a pad user on controllers like that, because I have several pads already. But if you don't have none of that, hey, go for it. The thing that I really like, what stands out to me is, like what I already said, is I love the pitch bender and the mod wheel, because the OG didn't have that at all. So I could use that if I'm sitting at my desk and I want to be able to do that from right here without even moving anywhere, and I just have everything right here. That would be cool. Other than that, man, I mean, y'all let me know, is this something that you would want to get? Yay or nay? Leave your comments below. There's always gonna be something missing or something that you don't need in a piece of gear, so remember that. Don't let one thing deter you, because you know you might have something else on another piece of equipment. But if you don't have anything, a lot of cats ask me, Jay, man, what should I start with? Something like this, I would say, yeah, go ahead and start with something like this, because the price is low. I believe it's budget friendly. It's under $200, so that's budget friendly. Some might say that's still too expensive, but you know, you're not spending $500, $600, $700, $800. You know what I'm saying? You can do all. And to be honest with you, again, let me say this too: if you have a computer and that's it, you can still make music, period. If you just have a smartphone, you can make music. There's tons of apps. So let me say that too. All right. But if you really need to have something, you have nothing, I would say this is cool. This is not bad. So that's my 2 cents on it, man. Y'all let me know what you think. It's your man JFilt. I'm sending peace and positive energy. Yeah.